How about now? Any sound now? Let's see if you can hear me after that. Is my sound working now? We're good. All right. Awesome. I don't know if there's a delay on that or what. I'm just now seeing that we're good. So, all right, cool. I'll try this again. Welcome to Movie Time Minute. This is Movie News Minute, our news portion of this channel, and we do it every Sunday night at 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. I hope we've got some fun topics to talk about. Really, there's not just a ton of news that I want to touch on today, just a couple topics, and it's going to be mostly you guys' comments. If this only goes 20 minutes, it goes 20 minutes, and we'll check out of here. If it goes 2 hours, we'll do that too. So it's just up to y'all and how much you comment, how much you message today, and we'll go from there. But thank everybody that's in here already to start out the stream. I'm hoping that the camera works today. I am using a different program now to run my my camera for this, so I hope that it works and it does better than what we've had previously. All right. I'm going to start out before I get into our news topics today. Go ahead and just read through what comments are in here. Just a few. Looks like 80s Kid from the 90s is in here. As always, a big supporter of this channel, and I appreciate you being here. Matter of fact, he's a big supporter of all of almost every channel that I'm involved with or talk to and around. So really, really great guy with a great channel himself. So make sure you go and check out 80s Kid from the 90s. And he starts out, sounds good. Let's see. He's saying hit the like button. Hey, I appreciate you guys if you do. In fact, I need to get this going. All right. All right. He also says buffering. Looks like we're being a little slow on loading up the comments again today. This is the second stream in a row I've done like this that I've had some trouble with it loading up comments very quickly. But anyway, can't hear you. I think we got that settled. If you guys have any audio issues, let me know. I tell you, it all messed up on me a little while ago. Hang on just a second. Let me make sure I adjust this. Well, if I can get other things to load too. Okay. Well, I thought I had all this set up and ready before we get started. And now it's being... Okay. All right. There we go. So we are good. All settled. For some reason, I'm showing I don't have the best signal, even though I'm connected through my Ethernet cable. So I don't know what's going on with that, but hopefully you guys are seeing and hearing me good now. I had some issues. I was going over and working on my share screens to show you the news topics and stuff, and everything just started trying to crash on me and going slow on me and didn't want to work. So unfortunately today I'm just going to have to read off those news topics to you myself, and I won't get to show them on screen because I don't want it to, because I lost camera, I lost audio, all that stuff when I was practicing. I guess my audio never did come back until you mentioned that. So anyway. 80s Kid says, don't get me wrong, Swift is a good musician, but it seems like every week or two there's always a headline. Well, this week, the reason that she is our main topic for this week is because she has that concert movie in theaters this weekend, and it's the top of the box office. So that's why we're bringing that up today, in case you're wondering why Taylor Swift is on the cover or on the thumbnail for this video. It's because she does have the highest grossing movie in the box office this weekend. So I've got to bring it up, got to talk about it. He also says, I wish this would load faster. I posted another Ask Me Anything regarding movies. Okay, cool. Yeah, once I'm done with this stream today, I will, sometime tonight when I get some time, I will definitely go in there and ask you questions so I can see you make another video answering those, because that was a really fun video you did there, 80s Kid. I really like that. We got Popping the Popcorn. Hey, well, I can't even talk. Popping the Popcorn. Hey, how's it going? Appreciate you being here. Thanks for joining the stream. Had a lot of fun over on your channel last night, so good deal. And speaking of that, I want to take this time. I wish there was a few more people in here, but that's okay. I want to take this time just to say, first, thank you to Popping the Popcorn for everything she's been doing for some of us smaller channels, but also I want to take the time to congratulate the other movie tubers, including Kenny Sparks, who just hit 500 subs last night. Really proud of him for hitting that number and that goal. And Zach Attack Reviews for hitting 700. That's awesome. Really excited to see where his channel goes from here. And Screens in Jason, he is. What am I trying to say? He is very close to 200. So if you're not subbed to any of those three guys, my movie tuber friends, make sure you go. And matter of fact, in the description of this video, you can see the links to all three of those guys' channels. So go to their channels, subscribe to them today, get them even further in their goals, get them some watch hours, all that kind of thing, because they are incredible channels and very, very well deserved. So I just wanted to give that shout out here real quick while I had the opportunity. Okay. I know I've got one or two people that are on their way to get in here, so I don't want to jump into the. Let me see. What can I do here? Is anyone else having this kind of struggle with StreamYard? Seems to be working, but everything else I'm trying to do with it is just okay. Maybe it'll work from there. Everything when I'm trying to load up comments, questions, all that sort of thing. Like I said, when I tried to do the share screen to show my articles tonight, it completely went out on me. So I don't know what's up with this, if it's my internet connection, but this is 2 streams in a row. I've been having some trouble with that. So let me know if you have trouble with that and what you do to fix it, because I seem to be having some trouble. All right, let's keep going here. A couple people saying hello. Hey, we got Dylan. Dylan in the chat tonight. What's going on, buddy? Good to see you here. Yeah, if it'll load. Yeah, I'm coming up close to 202. I just don't like to. I'd rather shout out other channels than myself, I guess. I don't know what I'm doing, but but yeah, absolutely. Thanks for bringing that up. Popcorn says, congrats to all of you. Hey, you're a big part of this. You've done a lot for our channels, and I really appreciate you. And same thing with Papa Zach here. Zach Bell Talks Movies, one of the best guys in YouTube. If you've not subscribed to his channel as well, make sure you go check him out. He's the reason some of us, he's the reason I found Ken and I found Jason, Zach Attack. A lot of those guys was through Zach's channel. So really, really great guy. Poppy says, hi, Zach. 80s kid. Okay, he's talking to Katie. Let's see. That's what's happening to me last night. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. I wasn't having these problems before, but I seem to be now. Okay, I see a few highs. And then Zach. All right, come on. Load. Yeah, I'm still having this trouble. Okay, he said, when I had Wi-Fi issues, I found an Ethernet cord went a long way. Haven't had Wi-Fi issues in months. Yeah, so that's a weird thing. I've got Ethernet cable hooked up, and it shows I'm connected to the internet through the Ethernet now, because I did go out and buy one a couple weeks ago. But I was still a minute ago getting the Wi-Fi signal issue thing up on the StreamYard. So I'm not sure what's going on. If it's not picking up right, I'm not as tech savvy as I should be for doing this. So I'm not sure what the deal with that is, but oh well. I just have to go with it, I guess, tonight. Hope things will clear up and speed up for me. Dylan says Jack Skellington is sick. I have a stuffed one. Yeah, this is actually a Nutcracker. You can see the Nutcracker thing there, but the mouth don't actually move. So it's all for show and display, I guess. But yeah, I'm happy to have that. I think the pic looks good. What pic you mean? Like in my image on the screen? Yeah, I hope so. I am using, like I said, a different program on the computer to run because I don't have a good camera, so I'm having to use my phone as a camera. And I was using a pot cam, and it just kept going out on me in the middle of the streams. And I hope it don't happen here, but it would just go out on me in the middle of the streams. Then I have to switch to my webcam, which is really, really bad quality. And I hated finishing videos that way and having that blurry image up there all the time. So I'm really hoping this one's working. I'm now using, what is this one called? Camo Studio. I'm using that now and running my phone through that, and it seems to be working better. So hopefully it is. I did change the colors on my lights tonight just because we're doing some Taylor Swift talk. So I thought, we'll get a little bit more bright than my darker blue I've been having. I think pics look good. Oh, okay. Oh, dude, you look great. Thanks, Ken. Appreciate that. Yeah. And thanks for being in the stream, Ken. You're awesome, and you've helped me more than you know. Let's see. All right, I think we're caught up on comments. I'm gonna go ahead and switch over, and we'll just talk about our first news topic for the day. And like I said, I'm having trouble with the share screen because it wants to cut out my camera and audio both whenever I try to do it right now when I was testing. So I'm not even going to attempt it, so don't mess us up. I'll just bring up the thing here, and I'll just read out from the articles, and I'll tell you where I've got the articles from, so you can go and look for them yourself if you want to read that. Daredevil overhaul. So Daredevil, and this particular topic, by the way, before I get into this is one that I've talked about twice recently on other people's streams, both on Zach Milne, which you'll see later this week on our members talk, and also in Kitty Sparks' channel. Was that yesterday, but not before last? Whatever that was. I can't even remember when we did what now. We've done so much the last few days. But I talked about it on his channel, and he's got some an individual video coming out about that and was talking about this. And what it is we're just talking about Daredevil, the news that came out this week, as well as the things that are going on with Marvel. I'm going to go ahead and read this a little bit. But if you want like a bigger dive in on my thoughts on that, you can go and check out those two channels. I say a lot during that, but I'm just gonna touch on it a little bit here and let you guys talk in the comments a little bit, and I'll discuss it with you as we go through. Daredevil hits. This is in Hollywood Reporter. Daredevil hits reset button as Marvel overhauls its TV business. Says late September, Marvel let go of head writers Chris Ord and Matt Corman, also released the director for the remainder of the season. As part of a significant creative reboot of the series. And that's all of that I'll read right now. I'll just touch on this. They're rehauling this show. That same article, it also goes in saying they may reuse some footage and may reuse some episodes, but they're going to put in a new vision for it based on the new writers. And the new writers may come in and decide none of that works. They may not use any of that footage. We don't know what's going to happen with that yet. But the thing to keep in mind with this, or the thing to really look at with this, is Kevin Feige saw it wasn't working, and even though they'd shot episodes and like close to half this season, they still decided to can this and start fresh with new writers. And I think that is a level of competency with Marvel they haven't had for a while. Most of y'all know that I've enjoyed most of Phase 4 and 5 a lot more than other people have. I admit that, but it doesn't mean I haven't seen the issues that have come with it. I fully recognize that a lot of these shows started really strong, and then they ended kind of abruptly and weird, and it just didn't feel like an ending to a season, and it just wasn't the strongest. There are only probably one or two shows that I just walked away not liking at all. Most of them I did like, but I saw problems in almost every one of the shows that I did like. Even my favorite WandaVision, I thought the final episode was a little bit weak compared to what the rest of the season had been up to that point. So I'm really happy that they're taking a look at this and seeing, hey, this ain't working. And they're scrapping and trying new, because I really want to see great product coming out of this. We also found out that Marvel hasn't been using showrunners and show bibles and that kind of thing for making their shows, which is just absolutely bewildering to me. I don't make these things, but even I know better than that. So, like, it's really nice to know that they're going to start treating this like serialized television, like they should have from the start, and we'll have cohesive stories that fit within its own show. And then you can still take these characters and put them in the movies if you want, but make the show a good show instead of trying to make it into a movie and then splitting it up into 6 parts for a 6-part episode or a 6-episode series that really should have been 8 to 10 at minimum. So that's really my generalized thoughts on that topic. If you want to see more me talking about that, Ken talking about that, Zach Attack talking, Zach Milne talking, all the guys that were on his channel, that kind of thing, go check out those videos when they come out. They are going to have some good conversation on that topic. So let me know in the comments what you think about this. Are you happy that Marvel is kind of rehauling and reassessing what they're doing, slowing down on content, and also trying to do better to make their content? I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments, and then we can talk about it. All right. And I want to do one more topic before going back to y'all's comments again. And that is, hang on. It'll come up. The SAG meetings meltdown. This one kind of hurt this week. Again, I'm not going to be able to share it to screen because it's not letting me tonight. But I've got an article here from the Rolling Stones just talking about the SAG-AFTRA negotiations falling through. The studios, the CEOs kind of just walked away from this after a while of debating and deliberating, and it's kind of sad that it had to come to this. Let's see. I've got a quote from Jill Hillesy here from Law and Order: Crossing Jordan. If you know her, she said, "If they thought they were going to demoralize us by walking away from the table last night, they're obviously wrong because this is one of the best turnouts we've had." And then there was another Anthony Rapp from Rent, Star Trek Discovery. There was understandably great hope that our deal would follow soon after, talking about the writers getting a deal going. But there was a certain amount of bated participation for that to happen, and now they've done what they've done. They've done a new match to fire everybody up even more. And that's kind of the direction this has been going with this. So it's sad. I hate to see it, because I was hoping we'd get a deal quicker with all the SAG stuff after the writers got their deal done. So I'm definitely bummed out that this has happened the way it has. I want to see this get over. I want to see our movies starting to be made again and get back into where we need to be. But at the same time, the SAG is saying that the studios come to them with an even worse deal than what they had before, when all this first started. Like they're not budging at all, and I just really thought they would. There's a way to come to a deal with this that helps both sides, and really the actors need better compensation for some of the stuff they're not getting right now. So I hope all those issues get resolved soon, but it's not looking good right now, and I'd love to know your thoughts on that too, because it just looks bleak to me. I hope that changes around. With that said, I'm going to jump over to you guys' comments, see what you guys are saying, and then we'll go from there. We got some people saying hi. Likewise, up. Mama Minutes. Hey, Mama Minutes. Thanks for joining the stream. Glad you're here today. I'm watching you and Grim. Okay. Ken says all the days blend together. Yeah, it has lately anyway, for sure. Mama Minute says Eddie Murphy's Candy Cane Lane comes December 1st. Looks cute. So we just watched the trailer for that a little while ago. Me and Chelsea did, and I don't think it looks good at all. I think it looked like hot garbage. So I hope it's good. I'm going to check it out because it's Christmas themed, and I love Christmas things. But I didn't think that movie looked very good at all. I know that's coming to Amazon. 80s Kid, MCU needs to cut back on content. Yeah, I mean, it kind of makes me sad because, I mean, as much as there were some problems, I love the fact that I was getting to see MCU all the time because I've not gotten tired of it whatsoever. But cutting back needed to happen for the general audience and for quality of the shows, because the quality has been down and it's been noticeable, and fans have noticed it too. Ken says Yeah, it's wild to me. They just skipped those massive steps into a process. Yeah, it's crazy that they were even under the belief they could make shows the way they were doing and that it would even possibly be successful. So 80s Gift 90 says anything with Kang is important. I hope so. I hope that's what we find out, but I don't know that it's felt that way up to this point. Ken says, I'm very happy that they're course correcting. It's better than being pig headed and continue to go on the same course. Yeah. I heard somebody say the other day that 3-4 years ago, Kevin Feige probably would have looked at this and said, okay, it's fine. Let's just go on and finish this series as is, and people will watch it anyway. But now he knows viewership's going down. People aren't wanting to watch, and there's a lot of discourse online because of some of these projects. So it's good to see that they're course correcting for sure. 80s Kid from the 90s says, thoughts on what Lightyear movie we could have gotten if Lasseter was, oh, yeah. Honestly, man, I know you've said before that you haven't liked since Iger took over, but I actually like Bob Iger. I think he's an incredible executive. He's said some boneheaded things recently. I'll say that, but compared to what we got with Chapek, like, it's nice that Iger's back. So Lasseter was cool, but you got to. Honestly, what Lightyear movie we would have got, we wouldn't have got that Lightyear movie. It would have been a solo Buzz Lightyear the toy movie instead of a flashback movie, because that, honestly, I think, and maybe it was the marketing, but I think that's what a lot of people were hoping they'd get anyway when they went to see this, and that wasn't what it was. A lot of people were confused on what Lightyear they were getting, what exactly was going on with them. We changed the voice actor, all those kind of things. So I think that was a big part of some of that. I don't know. Ken says I actually really liked the Lightyear movie. So I didn't hate this movie. I know a lot of people were really down on it. I didn't think it was great, but I didn't hate it. I actually thought I know some people have talked about like the first 30 minutes or whatever. I think the first hour is pretty good of this movie. I didn't like the way the climax and the way it ended and a lot of that went. It just didn't work for me. I wasn't satisfied. But overall, it wasn't the worst movie. I mean, I've seen worse animated movies the last few years, so it wasn't terrible. But I still think it was the wrong direction to go with a Lightyear movie. I know what they were trying to do and trying to give us the movie that Andy watched, that kind of thing. But I can't imagine that this is a movie Andy would have watched and got that excited for a Buzz Lightyear toy afterwards. So it didn't work for me on that level, and I really didn't like the way they used Zurg in this movie. So that's just my opinion on that. All right. 80s Kid from the 90s says something. Maybe it'll load. There we go. He says, I'm hoping Funko releases a Darth Maul for the 25th anniversary. Yeah, that would be cool. I'd be down for that. I like Funko things, and Darth Maul is my favorite Star Wars villain. So he also says, I prefer Buzz Lightyear of Star Command. I watched that one as a kid too. That was a good show, and I do think that would have been a cool direction if they had made a movie based off of that show. Okay, so that's all the comments caught up to right now. Let me get to another topic today, and I think I'm going to hold off on the box office just a minute in case I may have somebody coming in here in a minute. I haven't heard in a little while for sure, but I may have somebody coming in here in a little bit. So I'm going to wait on the box office talk, and I'm going to move on to opening in theaters next weekend. When I do the opening in theaters, I usually try to do it as wide release movies. I know there's a couple other movies that are coming out, but I want to talk about the wide release movies because those are the big ones that we're going to be looking for and looking at the box office next week to see how they did. So I want to talk about those real quick. And first of all is one of them that I think is going to be an Oscar-nominated movie this year, and that is, drumroll, Killers of the Flower Moon. Sorry, it's taking a minute for my banners to come up. Killers of the Flower Moon, of course, this is the new Martin Scorsese film with Leonardo DiCaprio, Robert De Niro. It's got Brendan Fraser in there. I can't forget. hang on. I gotta find this because I don't want to say her name wrong. I'm probably gonna say it wrong anyway. But let's see. I'm hearing really good things about. Is it Gladstone? Lily Gladstone? I'm hearing really good things about her in this movie. I hope I said it. I mean, it shouldn't be that hard of a name to say, but I still feel like I'm doing it wrong. I'm hearing really good things about her in this movie. I hope that she lives up to that hype. But yeah, this entire thing based on some true story a little bit here. I don't know. Just this trailer looks fantastic. I know this is going to be like a 3 hour long movie, so it's going to be tough to sit through, a 3.5 hour, whatever it is. It's going to be tough to sit through, but I honestly know this is going to be one of the best movies of the year, so I am very excited for this. All right, and the other one I want to bring up. I don't know if I want to do this or not, but I'm going to. Here we go. A new A24 film, Dix the Musical. For those of you just joining, I'm sorry if this is what you're joining into, but talking about movies opening next weekend. This one has already opened in limited release, and next weekend it's opening in a full release. And this trailer looked hilarious. Like, I think this movie looks like one of the funniest movies of the year, just from the trailer. But it's also the first musical that A24's dug themselves into. And A24 has been doing a killer job with a ton of different genres and different movies lately. And I'm excited to see what they do with the musical. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I got a couple more comments in here. We'll go ahead and read those, and then we'll move on to the next topic. If you guys know of some other movies that I've missed next weekend, some that may be limited releases or something, let me know in the comments, and we'll talk about those as well. All right. 80s kid from the 90s. Still on Disney stuff. Let's see if I can bring it up. Does anyone remember the Disney video introduction from the late 90s, early 2000s? Yeah, they had a great introduction. Ken says something. What does Ken say? It's a mystery. I had no idea Killers of the Flower Moon comes out this week. Yes, it comes out the 20th, I believe, is the official date. So we know it'll be that Thursday, not the 19th. So yeah, looking forward to that. Ow! What is happening right now? Nope. I'm getting all these messages from my email, and I don't know why it's doing it right now. Okay. And I can't get it to stop. Okay. No, stop. Everything's going wild right now. I don't know what's happening. Okay. I think I got it off of there. This is great news. Yeah, I'm excited to see it. I'm just hoping I have time to go see it next weekend. So. 80s kid telling Ken he posted a new Ask Me Anything. Ken, are you going to watch the new Hulu original Slaughterhouse? Yeah, I saw that today when I was flipping through stuff, and I'd seen the trailer here a while back. It looks goofy as all get out. But anyway, my mom was in the chat here a minute ago. I'm assuming she's going to watch this. I figured Dark Movies will wind up watching this movie. I don't know who else is going to see this. I don't know that I have interest in it until I see some other people reviewing it and talking about it. So we'll see how that goes. But as of right now, I'm just not sure if I'm interested in Slaughterhouse. But this is literally what it sounds like. This is a slasher horror movie with a sloth doing the killing. So if you guys have watched it already, or if you plan to watch it, let me know, because I'm very interested who's actually interested in this movie. Jason Entertainment. DJ, how you doing? I'm doing great, Jason. Good to have you in the stream. Glad you could join us tonight. I haven't got a chance to get over to your channel and watch the new stuff you got out, but I will get to that sometime within the next day or two for sure. Trying to keep up with everybody. gets gets hard sometimes. But I know you've got some new stuff out, so I'm definitely going to be going to check that out. If you're not subscribed to Jason, make sure you do. Screens interviews. Okay, I'll let it load up real quick, and then we'll talk about it. Good time to get a drink. Can't make the stream, DJ. Here to say hello before. Hey, man, that's okay. I understand. Do what you need to be doing, man. I completely get it. That's great. Yeah, I was hoping he said he might could join, and I knew that it would probably be a maybe. So completely understand. But if you guys haven't subscribed to Jason, make sure you do. He's pushing that 200, and he's real close to getting there. So go do that. His channel link is in the description, along with Kenny Sparks and Zack Attack Reviews, the other movie tubers. So make sure you go and subscribe to all those guys. Ken, if you're still here, I did a shout out to you earlier hitting 500. So congratulations on that. I don't know if you were in here when I did that. So congrats on that. And Zack Attack hit 700 this week. So really happy for all those guys. Jason says, I'm here for those Swifty moves. All right. You ready? I'm going to give you my first one. Here goes. How's that for a Swifty move? All right. That's the best I got. I mean, maybe you'll get some more later. We'll just have to wait and see. Oh, boy. Lose all my viewers right there. Screens In says Jason says Skiller's going to be a great movie. Yeah, I think it will be too. Again, I hope I get time to watch it. So y'all don't know, I haven't got to see a whole lot of the movies in theaters recently. My wife's in classes on Saturdays right now. I'm doing dental assistant class, so it's kind of messed up our weekends and getting to go see movies. And my work schedule during the week, there's no way I could do movies during the week. So, especially because where we live, we have to drive like an hour out to get to the closest movie theater. So there's just no way with everything we got going on right now until our classes end mid to late November. Right around time of the Marvels, which I think she's actually got class that day too, but we're going after. It'll just be a late night. Yeah, it's going to be tough for a little bit longer, and then hopefully we'll get back into the grind again and go and see some new movies, so that I'm not just telling you guys about movies that I'm watching that are hitting digital instead of in theaters, because that's always a bummer for me. It says hi, Jason. Yeah, double Jason's in here tonight. That's cool. So how we doing, Ken? Okay, everybody's saying hi. I'm gonna read out all of those. Ladies Kid says, what Star Wars Legends book should I read first? Ooh, I'm not that familiar with the books, so I'm going to let somebody in the comments tell you that, because I'm not quite sure. Screens In says, DJ is a regular Fred Astaire. Now, how many people know Fred Astaire in these comments? I'm very curious about that. I know we got a lot of young ones in here, so I probably wouldn't if my parents hadn't taught me about Fred and Ginger. Yeah, so, but yeah, was it this move here that did it? Oh, man. All right. Get another comment from, I wish these would load faster. They're not doing it. I'm going to work on this, guys, for next stream, and hopefully I can get it to where it'll move a little faster next time I stream, but I don't know that I can. I've got Ethernet hooked up. My internet shows it's running decent speeds, but for some reason it's just wanting to be real slow and not want to load in my comments. So, hey, we got Nanette's and Jack's witching hours. Thanks for joining the stream. I appreciate you being here. Really cool to see you in here today. And then 80s Kid says, I'm sure Iger is a nice guy. He did a great job leading ABC in the 90s. It's his recent decisions for the brand that make me question everything. Well, honestly, I don't know. I don't see a lot of issues that Iger's done. I mean, every executive make a boneheaded decision here and there, but I really think Iger's done a pretty good job in the time he's been there. Other than anointing Chapek, but I mean, on paper, Chapek looked like he would be good for the company. So, and he did a decent job. Whoa, what we got going on here? I didn't even notice you popped up in the bottom, man. Awesome. Hey guys, we have a guest.
Hey, I'm frozen. How goes it?
You are frozen.
Yeah, I don't know why. Let me step out and step back in.
Okay. More StreamYard issues. So it looks like we're fixing to have Ken join the stream, so that's exciting. Take the spot that Screens In wasn't able to jump in today for, so that's fun. All right, but yeah, what I was saying there is I don't think Iger's made all great decisions, but a lot of things he's done has worked pretty well, and I mean he's led us to hiring the people that allowed us to have multiple billion-dollar films in Disney, and I think that's definitely positive coming out of what he's done. But I did not like the time frame that Chapek was in charge. So there's that. And I'm probably pronouncing your name wrong, but Nanette's and Jack's Witching Hours. Where did you get the Santa Jack Skellington at? Yeah, so this I actually got on clearance at Walmart last year. So probably not the best made, but it still looks cool. Yeah, that came from Walmart of all places, believe it or not. And I'm from Arkansas, where Walmart originated. So I got to shout out Walmart. Apparently, I don't, I don't know what I'm doing there. Mama Minutes, Fred Estrada. I missed how. LOL. Have you seen him dance? Yeah. So it's because of you and Dad. I don't know. Mama Minutes is my mom, so it's her and Dad that made me see Fred and Ginger. We had a dog named Ginger, so my dad at least, made me watch stuff with Fred and Ginger so that I would understand where the name comes from. Because we also had a dog named Fred after we had a dog named Ginger, and he was making those comparisons. So that's where that comes from. But yeah, I've seen videos and stuff. I know who Fred is. And Ken is back, and it looks like his camera is working.
Yeah, it sure does. I just realized how wrinkled the shirt is. How's it going, guys?
Oh.
How's it going, man?
Man, I had on a shirt before the stream started that I wore to church today. It was like blue, but it had like lines up and down. What do you call that? Like checkered? I don't know what you call it.
Yeah.
But I got on here right before the stream started, and the reason I was about a minute and a half late to starting the stream was I got on here, looked at the camera, and it was all like making this weird like wavy thing with it, the way it was.
Yep.
The light shining on it and stuff, and I'm like, that's not going to work. So I hurried and I grabbed the first shirt out of the closet I could find, and I'm like, well, this one's bright. We're talking Taylor Swift, so this is what I put on.
Makes sense. Yep. Yeah. I've worn.
Yeah.
I've had like a polka dot shirt on.
So I know you've been in the comment section. I knew you had things to do to that, so I wasn't even trying to push you onto here. But
oh no, it's not a problem at all. Yeah. So I needed a break from editing. And so I was like, oh, I'll just come on and hang out for a little bit. I probably can't say the whole time, but I'm just happy to be here, man. And also, I didn't want to mix the box office discussion. I have a lot of fun having a discussion with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, so.
Okay. Yeah. See, I was kind of saving that to get somebody else on here anyway. When he said he couldn't, I was just gonna go ahead and do it. So I'm glad you come in to get to that point of it. So.
Oh, for sure. Every time we have the box office discussion, I have fun just like
comments here, and then I'll
being your researcher.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it, and I appreciate you being here, jumping in like this random, because that's always fun when you do that. And I know that's what everybody's really here for, is to see if Ken's going to show up. So,
oh, don't do that. That's not fair to yourself.
Man, I'm having so much trouble with StreamYard
today. Hey, Sean, how's it going?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to look. Is it showing it on your screen?
Yeah, I'm seeing it.
Oh, there it is now on mine.
Yep.
Okay. I don't know what's happening. Okay. Yeah, cheers all. Yeah, thanks for joining the stream, Sean. Appreciate you being here. 80s Kid says hi, Ken. Another hi, hello.
Hey,
And
how's
then
it
80s
going?
Kid said, what a wonderful day. What a wonderful kind of day.
What a wonderful kind of day where we can learn to work and play, get along with each other.
So let me ask, when I'm clicking on these, is it showing up on yours faster than it is mine, or is it just me, or is it taking a minute?
No, yeah, I think it's showing up for me immediately. If you want, I can take over so you don't have to, so I can respond. And by the time I respond, you'll see it.
Okay. Okay. Hmm. All right. I'm not sure what, because it just shows like, okay, so right now I'm on it. It says the Nets and Jacks switching arrows. You said my name right, DJ. Okay, great. So I'm glad I'm not saying that wrong. All right. I'm going to click 80s Kid right now.
Hmm.
And for me,
I
it's
see it
taking a
now.
minute.
Yeah, I see it immediately.
You see
Says
it now?
we don't
And
speak of
mine,
substitute teacher day. We don't speak of the substitute teacher at Disney.
okay. And
Oh,
see,
you're talking
mine
about
just now
JPEG.
showed up on here.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah, I
man.
was talking about algorithm and
JPEG was
JPEG.
the worst.
So yeah, so maybe it's just me that's getting the delay and not everybody else. So I'm not sure why that
Mhm.
is. But
Yeah, technology can be weird sometimes.
okay. That's cool. All right, we got some more hellos, hellos, hellos. I'm not going to read all of those. 80s
Hey,
Kid says,
Sean. Hey,
has anyone seen the
hey, this kid.
trailer? Has anyone seen the trailer for Leo? What is
I have
Leo? I'm
I
not
have
sure what
not
that
seen the
is.
trailer for Leo. Actually, I haven't heard of it either. So let me actually look it up on YouTube real quick and just to see
Yeah, me neither.
what it is. Leo.
Okay. Yeah, someone else is saying they've not even heard of Leo.
There's
Hmm.
two Leo trailers. There's two different Leo trailers. That's weird.
Oh,
I'm going to
okay.
assume that he's
What,
talking about the Netflix
and
original.
what is
Um, Let me see if I
okay?
can share my screen without having the freezing of death. Let's see.
Yeah, it wasn't working for me. Or I lost audio and everything earlier when I tried to do it. So
Let's see. Okay. So share screen. Leo. All right. So when I see Leo, I'm seeing Leo here.
oh yeah,
Whoever
it's
this
working
guy
for you.
is, right? So there's Leo. That's Leo from a different country. And then that was 10 days
Oh,
ago. And now I'm seeing another Leo from 3 days ago. So I got two
okay.
Leos going on here. And I'm pretty sure
I
that they
have
have
seen
nothing to
that. I
do
didn't
with
realize
each
that was called Leo.
other. Yeah.
Yeah, the cartoon I did see the trailer for, but I didn't realize the name. That's
Hmm.
Adam Sandler, right?
Oh, is it? I have no
Yeah, I'm
idea. I
pretty sure
haven't
that's a
seen
new
it.
Adam Sandler animated
Yeah.
film. Yeah,
Yeah. Adam Sandler.
yeah, I think that's what that one is. It looked okay. I'm not going to say I'm super hyped for it, but
Yeah. I haven't been too high
it
on
looked fine.
Adam Sandler at
Like
all.
most Adam Sandler recent stuff, it looks fine.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I'm
Ever
more
since like,
excited to go see Adam Sandler in person next month.
oh, that's right. I forgot you were going to. Why am I going to? I'm sharing my screen. Still sharing my screen. Let me turn this thing off. Yeah, I forgot that you were going
Yeah,
to go see Adam.
your voice might have like delayed, made a noise there. I don't know what happened. Yeah, yeah, but we've got tickets for Memphis next month, middle of November. I can't remember exactly the date, but yeah, excited for that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Mama Minute said, I'm not seeing it yet. I'm sure you are. Watch any more horror movies this week. The month is almost over and time for Christmas movies. Well, there's still like 2 to 3 weeks left of October, 2 weeks left. There's
I
still time
wanted to
for
watch
more
Totally
Halloween.
Killer.
And what is it that says you have to wait? And yeah. Oh, are you still there? Did one of us lost something
Oh
there?
yeah. Hold on. I'm here. Are you okay?
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. I heard Totally Killer, and then everything got quiet on my end. I don't know what's going on.
Oh my bad. Yeah, I wanted to watch Totally.
Is there a
I wanted to
delay?
watch. There is a delay for sure. You're hearing me a little bit
Okay.
after the things I say. But yeah, I wanted to watch Totally Killer,
Okay.
but I just haven't gotten to it. I really do need to watch it because I think it was you as well as I know for a fact that Zach both said that you guys really enjoyed it. So I actually really want to watch it just based off of your reviews of it. So yeah, I'm definitely going to check it out. Every night, yeah, I'm going to check it out before I go to bed, and then bed is at like 2 a.m. So I just don't get to it.
Okay. Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. I don't think it's a perfect movie, but it was one of the more fun times I've had with a horror movie this year. So
Hmm.
really enjoyed that. Now, Mama Minutes, we did just talk about Slaughterhouse a little while ago. So if you're looking for another horror movie to watch, that one's on Hulu right now.
Yeah. Oh, you mind if I show Mama Minutes Slaughterhouse real quick?
Uh, sure.
Yeah, I just want to show her. Let's go to the Hulu's. And wow, I don't know what the irrational is, but Slaughterhouse is here. Um, yeah, a college student takes an adorable creature out of the jungle to gain popularity, only to discover it goes on a rampant killing spree. With Emily and her sorority sisters escape. Will Emily and her sorority sisters escape from the house with their lives, or is this death sloth too quick for them? Okay, who wrote this, and why am I intrigued? Yeah, so this is Slaughterhouse. I saw a little bit of like some of the trailer before. It was really like funny looking. I wonder if they have like a little clip of it anywhere. Yeah, there we go.
We're all gonna slow, horrible deaths at the hands of an adorable little killing machine.
Maybe you were thinking about running.
And have every sister turn on me my senior year.
This is absolutely
You
ridiculous.
just need something that sets you apart.
The new house mascot. I will be running for president.
You're so clipped.
People are really excited about Alpha. And you.
Get rid of the sloth.
What?
Sorry, but it's you or me.
What? No, they deserve it. How you gonna kick out the sloth? The sloth turned up the hot water, DJ.
She's a sloth. She can't put in there. What do you even know about those things? I know that they're slow. Slow? Did she look slow to you?
Oh, this acting is leaves a lot to be desired.
Right? She's like a cute Chucky.
Yeah.
Not the sloth picking up a gun. That sloth did not just wink at us. All right. I'm sorry, DJ, to interrupt your stream with that foolishness. But that, what?
You're good.
What? So
That's
half
wild.
of me
That is
wants to watch it,
absolutely
and the
wild.
other half of me is like, absolutely not.
Yeah. I might watch it just because. I don't know. Are we still getting a delay here?
No, I'm still seeing
I
Mama
guess.
Minutes comment. I think you're hearing me about 5 seconds later than what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
But Yeah, I'm not sure how to fix that either.
No, I wouldn't worry about it. I'll just pre-speak.
All right,
I'll,
all right.
I'll assume what you're going to say next, and then just speak 5 seconds before. Use my mutant powers.
Okay, that works. Yeah, it's like I've looked at all my settings. It still shows I'm running through the Ethernet. It's not supposed to be connected to Wi-Fi, but yet I'm seeing a Wi-Fi signal on the top of my StreamYard. So I don't have a clue what's happening here.
Yeah, I think someone in the chat said it's
Yeah.
Wi-Fi. Let's see.
Yeah, I just don't know how to adjust that when it. Like I said, my computer's showing I'm connected to Ethernet, but I don't know. All right,
It's all good.
I'm gonna
Show
move
must
on
go
to Sean. Have you seen the trailer for Thanks? Yeah. Have you seen the trailer for Thanksgiving? Yeah, I've seen that trailer. Thought it looked pretty good. I know my wife's excited for it, so I'm about wore out from horror movies myself. I don't really want to watch another one if I can keep from it, but I know I'm gonna have to watch at least a couple more. So.
Yeah.
Right.
Sorry, I'm here. I'm just responding
we got
to somebody.
Froze. You're good. You're good. I'm just. Mama minute. LOL. I'm moving past Halloween and putting up Christmas decorations now. Wow, that's some people would call it early, but I mean I ain't got a problem because I like Christmas. 80s Kid says, "Will Spielberg give us a live action Iron Giant? I love the original '99 film."
That would be amazing.
Maybe one of these days. I don't know.
As long as Vin Diesel comes back as the voice.
Does that
Oh,
one work
Iron
as well
Giant?
live as it did in animation?
I think it could. I think it definitely could. There's
Yeah.
I would like, for me, I know people feel different ways about Ender's Game, but I liked Ender's Game, and it had a lot of like gigantic things in it.
I
So
love Ender's Game.
yeah. So I think because I think wasn't Iron Giant in Ender's Game? Now that I think about it.
I don't remember an Ender's Game. I know Iron Giant made it into Ready Player One.
That one. Yeah. No, you know what? I was actually thinking about Ready Player One, not Ender's Game. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, after seeing Ready Player One,
Okay.
I'd be really
Yeah.
confident in
Ready Player One is
the ability to do that.
okay. Spielberg doing it. Yeah, Ready Player One. I love that movie. I think it's one of my. I think I watched that one in theaters 4 times.
I don't blame you because it looks so good on screen. It looked dope.
Yeah. All right. I have to skip through some of these because it's hard to go back and forth when we've got this long of a delay here. So.
Yeah, I'll be right back. Let's see what I can-
80s Kisses, good night. Hey. Okay. All right. Good night, 80s Kid. Thanks for joining the stream. I appreciate you being here. Sorry you're going to miss out on the Taylor Swift stuff in a minute. It's just me again. Mama Minute says, watch the Autopsy of Jane Doe 2016 movie. I don't know that I got time to go back and watch one of those right now. Sean got a comment. Oh, yep. And Jason Entertainment didn't know about this movie, but it is so weird. It is absolutely weird. I agree with you there. Echo, thanks for joining the stream. Appreciate you being here. I so need to see that movie. And then says, in fact, I want to own a copy of it. I don't blame you. Sean says that was funny. 80s Kid, that looks scary. And Echo said, Slaughterhouse for life. Jason says, and thank you for the moves, DJ. Very entertaining for the eye. Yeah. Let's see. I've got okay. Ken's going to be just a minute getting back to us. So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and go over to another topic, and I'm going to hold off on box office till Ken gets back. Let's talk about what I'm watching right now. I like to do this every week, let you guys know what I've been watching movie-wise, TV-wise, and see if you guys have watched any of the same things. So I'll go ahead and hit that right now. First of all, I finally got a chance to see Equalizer 3 this week. Really enjoyed that. I thought it wasn't as strong as the first two movies to me, but I thought it was still a solid outing. Denzel is always great, and getting Dakota Fanning in there with him this time, seeing them reunite in the movie was pretty cool too. So I finally saw that. Of course, I watched Van Helsing this week. If you don't know, that was my Does It Hold Up video for the week. You guys voted on that, and that is in the live section of my YouTube channel right now because I did that review live this week. I wanted to clip it out, but I'm having some trouble clipping out the review segment of that. So maybe I'll get that up this week sometime so you guys can see just that part of it if you don't want to watch the whole live stream. But other than that, I did do Van Helsing, and now I have the new list for this week up, and I'll be doing this for about 3 more weeks until October ends. So we'll be doing I'll do it past that, but I'm doing it for Halloween themed or like horror themed type movies, things like that. And this week I've got 4 Stephen King movies, all from like the 80s to early 90s era, and they are Cat's Eye, Misery, Christine, and Cujo are the 4 movies I've got on there. So if you want to go into my community tab, you can go find that poll, vote on it, and I'll do a Does It Hold Up video for that this next week. So I'm excited to do that. Also, I watched this week, I know there was another movie I did that I didn't really enjoy, but it was a streaming movie, and I can't think of the name of it. So I'll hold off on that for a moment. I did see another episode of The Morning Show. Still enjoying that show. That's on Apple TV. Watched the new episode of Loki this week. Really enjoyed that. Watched, looks like we may have another guest. Let's see. Let's see what we got going on here.
What's up, guys?
We got Jason. What's going on, man?
Yep. I just put the little one down, and I was like, "All right, let me try to hop on." So.
Well, I appreciate you joining. Seems like we're having all kinds of technical issues tonight. Am I in time with you, or do we have any delays, or are we good?
We're good. So no delays, and I know my mic was just far away from me, so sorry about that. The volume, yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay. So, because I wasn't sure when Ken left a minute ago, I wasn't sure if it was his side or my side that was causing the delay back and forth. So I wasn't sure what was happening. But I mean, I started out this stream having issues with audio and different things. So
I see.
Sometimes
sure
it happens,
going on, man.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm just talking right now, telling everybody. Telling everybody a couple things I've been watching this week. I named a couple movies and a couple shows. I actually just finished the season finale of Walking Dead Daryl Dixon. It ended on a pretty strong note, I felt like. And this is a show that, even though it was only 6 episodes, still gave me a good start, middle, and end, and I felt satisfied. So that proves that I guess you can do it if you've got a showrunner and a show Bible. That you can actually make a show with 6 episodes, and it does work. So I would have liked it to have been more episodes, but
so that was only 6?
Nice to see that you can make a show that short and not.
Yeah, no, I thought that was a running
make
show.
Somebody dissatisfied with what they saw. Do what?
Oh, I said I thought that was a running show. Like it was going to continue. I didn't think it was going to be just 6 episodes.
Yeah, well, I think there'll be more seasons, but the title in the synopsis for the episode when I went to click on it today said season finale. So it didn't say series finale, it said season finale, and it did leave it open. But yeah, I'm taking that as this is the end for right now of the season, just since it was in the description. But I also watched today the first episode of Goosebumps. Have you checked that one out?
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I haven't checked it out yet, but it's on my list, and I definitely want to do that. So we were on popping the popcorn stream, and She mentioned it, and I think I want to take a look. I have to. I have
Yeah.
to see how it differs from the old ones that I used to watch. The originals. Just so
Yeah.
curious about it. So it's on my list, definitely.
It was intriguing to me, and I'm excited to watch more of it. I'd say I just watched the
Mm.
first because we were catching up on other shows today.
I'll leave
But
for
I
one.
watched that first episode of Goosebumps, and the first episode is "Say Cheese or Die," so it's based on that book. And
Yeah.
uh,
The only
Ken's
one
back.
that I'm a little nervous of watching, because I know they're gonna have a dummy episode, and me and dolls and dummies moving around.
Oh.
That's just, I don't do that. I don't like that at all.
You didn't see Megan?
So that's not. I didn't see Megan, no, but that's not the reason why I didn't see Megan.
Okay.
Because I know it's like she is a doll, right? But a living size doll. But it's the
Right.
small ones that get me, like the ventriloquist dummies.
I can't.
You know what I mean? Like
ventriloquists.
those freak me out, man. I
Yeah.
can't see any of that.
I punch a ventriloquist in the face. Not the person with the doll. But like,
Right.
I cannot stand ventriloquist. It's creepy.
It is.
It's
Very
an awesome
much so.
skill. I appreciate the craft, but
Mm-hmm.
the doll is just. Remember Scarface from the Batman animated series?
Oh, Scarface.
Yeah, he was that little doll.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Do not mess with that thing at all. It
Creepy,
creeped me the hell
man.
out. Yeah. So how you doing tonight, Jason?
Yeah, those are the things I've watched.
Yeah, no.
You guys got anything you
I'm
want to
doing-
talk about that you've seen this week
Oh.
that was great?
I think there's a delay.
I'm sorry. Yeah, so this weekend, I watched another episode of One Piece. I watched Loki episode 2, season 2, episode 2. I really enjoyed that. I medium enjoyed that. I had some trepidations about it. It was solid, but I think the episode was a little too long. For what they were doing. There's nothing wrong with a 50-minute episode. It just has to be the runtime just has to be justified. But what else? And honestly, I don't think I've watched. Oh no, I finished the Other Black Girl, the Hulu original series. That was really good. I really enjoyed that. I'm really hoping that they get a season 2. And I watched the first episode of season 3 of Only Murders in the Building, which was
how was that?
Great start.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed that show. I don't know why we waited. Me and my wife waited this long to watch it. We know like it came out in August, so we're not really sure why we waited so long.
This season to me is the best season they've had.
Yeah, I can't wait to get further into it. Because it's
How-
been
how many-
we
oh.
watched the first 2 episodes actually. Yeah,
How many
it's
seasons are there?
3.
There's 3. Okay, wow.
Yeah,
There's 3
so we
so far.
just started season 3, and having a good time with it.
Awesome. Yeah, that got some Emmys, I believe. It's really cool to see.
Did they win any? I know they got nominated.
Yeah.
Oh, nominated maybe. I'm not sure if they won, but I mean, Steve Martin and
Oh,
was
girl.
is it Martin Short?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steve Martin and
I
Martin
had to
Short.
stretch me.
They're a dynamic duo.
Yeah. I'm seeing some like delays on my side. I don't know if it's just my end or what here on the voicing, so I'm not sure when to jump in.
Yeah, because we were talking regular, and then I think you didn't hear when we were coming in. There might be a slight delay.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. My cat, like, she sits under
Oh,
my desk,
no.
and then I move my feet, and she scratches me. I'm like, this is my desk. This is my space. Like, you can't
Like move.
just do what you want to do. Right.
Well, I turned down my settings of my video lower, hoping that will help with I changed it down to 720p on mine just to see if it'll help adjust some of the lagging issues I'm having over here. I don't know if it's
Okay.
making a difference or not.
Can you hear us now?
Sorry.
Uh,
There we go.
I mean, I'm hearing you. I just don't know if there's a delay from when I'm hearing it to.
I think that there still is, but that's okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I think one of the things that you might want to try is why don't you step out and come back in and see if that helps fix anything. Me and Jason will take over for a couple seconds.
Hmm.
Okay. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
You guys chat for a minute. Just don't jump the box office before I get back.
Oh, of course not. This is your show.
Yeah, we're not going to do that. Whoop. Hold on.
Papa Jason might have to go too.
No, that's actually not my kid. So my sister-in-law is here with her kid.
Nice.
She's getting tired. So Jade's already down. So I don't have to worry about my little one, So
Gotcha. Well, let's talk about the box office. Exactly what DJ. told us
yeah, let's
not
talk
to
about
do.
the box.
Yeah.
I have
so
the numbers right in front of me now.
let's see. So I'm going to go through some comments real quick. I'm not sure which ones he did go through. So I didn't know about this movie, but it looks so weird. I'm pretty sure he's talking about Slaughterhouse. Have you seen Slaughterhouse?
Haven't.
It's a new movie it's a horror movie from Hulu. It's a Hulu original about a sorority girl who she's a candidate to be in a sorority, and she needs to do something to stand out. And she rescues a sloth from the jungle, and apparently she then finds out that the people who she was trying to impress are not impressed with the sloth, and she kicks it out, Lilo and Stitch style, where he's just out in the woods by himself.
Yeah.
It's like, Ohana means family, but she doesn't believe in that. So then the sloth comes back and proceeds to murder everyone in the house.
Oh, snap. What the
Quickly.
heck?
Here's the thing.
Quickly. Oh, I was about to say slowly,
Quickly.
right? No.
No. He's fast. And he's dangerous, and he picks up enough body bags. It's a wild sloth, man.
The heck?
It's kind of crazy. Yeah.
That's the craziest thing I ever heard.
Yep.
That would have been like Jason if he did it slowly. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you don't know where he's gonna be, and then he just pops up behind you, and it's like.
Yep.
Stabs
Echo
you in the
Cero
artery.
says. Echo Cero says, which I'm pretty sure is Echo Zero. Cero is Spanish for zero. Says I need to see that movie. In fact, I want to own a copy of it. It looks hilarious. Sean 420 says that was funny. I think so too. 80s kid says that looks scary. It did look like it looked. The acting looked scary and not in a good way. Echo Sarah said,
He said the acting was scary.
Slaughterhouse for life. And Jason Entertainment says, and thank you for the moves, DJ. Very entertaining to the eye. Awesome. Yeah. So I'm assuming DJ can now is now.
I'm hoping so.
Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah.
So you guys hearing me now good and back and forth and no more delays?
Hear you perfectly.
Okay, great.
Perfect.
Yeah, you said it right after I said that. So now I know.
I think
Nice.
we're on the same page here now. This is great.
So
Awesome.
I went in and I just turned off my Wi-Fi completely.
There you go.
And now it's
Is your wife cool with that?
Well, I turned it off on my computer.
Okay, gotcha.
So what I think was happening is it was showing I was running the internet through Ethernet, but I was also running off of Wi-Fi, and I don't know why. Like, it was showing both of them were going at the same time. And I had no idea that was. So that's probably why I had issues the other day with the stream. Probably why. So, I'll know that from now on. Learning experience.
Yeah, man. You gotta take what you can get with these learning experiences. They come when you least expect it.
I wish it was working better when we had more people viewing in the
That's
deal,
all
but
good, man.
At least we figured it out.
yeah. So I'll know next time.
Yeah.
Every stream has to get better, right?
Correct. Like that's the thing. Like you get better with every stream that you do. When I did my first stream, I was not good.
Yeah.
I was like just trying to figure out like what the hell to say,
Yeah.
and all that stuff, and learning that like
Whoop. Nope. That ain't what I meant to do.
sorry, learning that thank you for allowing me to yawn. Learning that you have to elaborate on questions and points and stuff like that when like you're reading something in the chat because people really want to know your deep, dark, or light thoughts about the questions that you're asking them. Otherwise, like the last thing you want to do is like give them a one-word answer because they're like, "Oh, well, I came here for the deep recesses of your brain, and you're giving me the prefrontal cortex, the prefrontal cortex, that kind of thing." But yeah, that being said, I still haven't done another solo stream since then because I just enjoy doing streams with other people. It's a lot more fun than doing it by myself. Yeah, but yeah, we talked a little bit about. Okay. Yeah, we talked a little bit about what we've all seen. Hey, House of L Comics says, "Hey,
Hey,
what's up, Uncle Minutes?" Yeah. Also, what comics have you read recently? That's the question I want. Whether that's anyone on the panel or House of L.
yeah, I haven't been reading comics. Actually, there was a run. I don't know if it was Jason Aaron or Hickman.
Hey, well, those are two of my favorites.
Yeah, but it was the when they redid the X-Men. So they like started issue number 1.
House of X and
House of
Power
X,
of X.
right?
Yeah.
Yes. So I was reading that, which I loved it, by the way. So like they
House
were
of
like
X and Power of X
restarting
was great.
Krakoa.
Yep.
You know, so it was a very interesting story, and it was going back in time, forward in time. Like every page was like a different time. But I enjoyed it definitely.
Yeah.
But that's like the last comics I was buying. You know what I mean? So
yeah, those were some of the last ones I was buying too before. Well, not like floppies, like individual ones. I buy a lot of trades because I have like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 long boxes full of comics, and they're just not as aesthetically pleasing to store.
Right. Yeah.
And also, like, if I put one away and I want to go read it, now I have to dig through like boxes that are stacked.
Exactly.
So it's kind of like, you know what I mean? So it's easier for me to just get a graphic novel, put it on the shelf, and pull it off the shelf.
Right.
And it's more aesthetically pleasing too.
I was actually planning on doing trades for Immortal Hulk. So I was buying those individually, but then I was like, all right, waiting and getting expensive. I was like, let me just wait till the trades come and I do that.
There's that aspect of it too. The comics are what, $3.99 to $4.99 now. Yeah, and a trade for me because I bargain bin shop, so I get my trades at like $4 or $5 a piece anyway. So I'm getting like a $15 value for like $4.
Gotcha.
$4 or $5 at my local comic book store. So I'm still putting money in my local comic book store's pockets, but I'm just doing the bargain bin kind of
thing. I'm glad you brought up that point because that's one of the reasons I was doing it. It was like there's a local shop near my job, but I always went there. You know what I mean? And to be honest with you, after the demic, I was like, I'm surprised it was still open. I was like, how were you making money? Like what? Yeah, I was like, it's crazy.
There's like in my immediate area, there's like 5 or 6 comic book stores, and none of them closed. None of them closed. So I'm really, really happy to see that.
Yeah.
Anyway, DJ. Handing your stream back off.
So I haven't got to buy any comics in a little while. Outside of there's a few that I've bought from my uncle that I'm going to be getting here in a month or two, but I haven't really bought much lately just because 1, I don't have a comic shop within an hour from where I live. 2, it's expensive, like you guys are talking about, to get newer comics and to keep up with stuff. So what I've
Yeah.
been doing recently is going ahead and just reading them digitally until I can afford to buy some more.
Nice.
And I do have like the DC Universe app, and I'm reading some of those. And I've gotten to catch up on the. There was a series that came out here a while back, and I've been wanting to read the Green Arrow and Aquaman crossover they did recently. And I
Oh,
went
they have.
and,
Oh,
Okay.
wow! I
and,
didn't know
read
that was a thing.
week or so ago. I read all the issues they had of that come out, so that was
Nice.
fun. I love seeing those type of smaller, not as popular characters teaming up. So
Yeah.
that's always cool.
They had a good there was a run back in 2016 when they started like Rebirth, and I think this was actually further down in
Mhm.
Green Arrow's run during that time, where every like 3 issues was a team up with another like I was about to say Avenger, another Justice League member, and it was pretty cool.
You imagine? Yeah.
Yeah. That's a thing with Green Arrow. Like he's my favorite comic book character, but at the same time, like there's not a whole lot he can do without doing some team ups. I mean, it just don't. Yeah.
Yeah,
Some
but
of the
I
bigger
really did
bands, he
like that
can't do a
run.
whole lot
That,
with,
that run was
so.
great. Yeah, one of these days I should probably start like a comic book channel.
Yeah.
That'd be great. But I feel like I don't read enough comics to start a comic channel these days.
Now that's going to be expensive. You thought the
Yeah.
movie theater prices were going up?
Let's
Hmm.
see. I'd love to open up a comic book shop where I live. Just
You'll be the only one in town. No competition.
yeah.
Yeah, that
He
would be
said,
perfect, actually.
David. Yeah, it would be. But there's also like barely anybody in this town, so I don't know how well that would work either.
Yeah,
I'm wondering if we're back to a
Uh,
delay because it seems like we're talking a little bit off.
no,
I mean,
I'm,
I hear you fine.
yeah, I hear you perfectly.
Okay, all right. He said get a new toy. I'm not sure which one he's talking about here. Like everything I've got on this desk, I've had for a little while. I just haven't had it out here. So
I
Well,
forgot your name
except
was
for-
David. I was like, who's he talking to?
yeah, that's so when you see David, my family, like
Mm-hmm.
they don't differentiate, I guess, the DJ to David to whatever.
Yeah, my family calls me KG, and I hate it. But I was being called that since I was, since I was growing up. So I was kind of like, well, to these people, I'm KG,
Right.
because it's like Kenneth Gordon. Because my dad's name is Kenneth as well, so they needed a way to differentiate me. Although I'm not a junior, because my father is Kenneth Avery Sparks,
Okay.
and I'm Kenneth Gordon Sparks. So he did me a favor there by not making me a junior.
But are you not really?
Nope. Middle names are
I'm
different.
How it works?
Doesn't count.
Okay. I'm not sure how that works with the middle name. I never heard that before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's you don't get the junior addition onto your name unless it's the exact same.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
Also, isn't junior like on your birth certificate? Don't they?
I
like,
do
make
have the
that
junior on mine.
a thing.
That's a good question. I would never know.
Yeah, it's on the birth certificate.
I'd rather be instead of a junior. I'd rather
At
be.
least it's on
third,
my birth certificate.
Yeah.
Right.
A third would be like is like
That's like
distinguished. Yes,
Jason,
exactly.
Jason the third. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Move this back. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and read on through these so we can get on to the box office.
Awesome.
If that works for you guys.
Oh, of course.
Perfect.
It says I'm subscribed to all YouTube or Superman titles. It is awesome right now. Awesome.
Nice. That's good to hear.
House L also says he says I spent too much at New York City Comic Con this weekend.
I wonder if he
I'm
and
sure that's easy to do.
Zach.
ran into each other.
They probably. It's funny if they passed each other and didn't even know.
Right.
It's very possible. Yeah. Mom, it's well cool. You get to go it says Justice League versus Kong and Godzilla is coming out in a few weeks. Okay.
Really? I know I saw a title
I didn't know
a
that
little
was a
bit
thing.
ago that was it was Justice League versus Power Rangers. I know I saw that a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I've got a Justice League versus Power Rangers comic from a couple years ago.
Yeah, I think they did a second run, or like a 2 of that.
I was
Okay.
interested in
Okay.
what was it, Batman and Ninja Turtles?
I have all 3 volumes of that, and
Okay.
that is a lot
Yeah.
of fun. Yeah,
Wow.
I read the
I
first
gotta pick
one. I
'em up.
haven't finished the second one yet, but I think I was mid second one when I stopped reading it. Which I didn't stop reading. A lot of stuff I don't stop reading it because it's bad. I just get distracted by something
Yeah.
else.
I got you.
Oh, here it is. How about that? You know, I might
Hey.
have finished it.
Guys, take back over again for just a second.
Sure.
You got it, dude.
Yep. There it is. There it is. Yeah. So
Nice.
yeah, man, it's pretty. Whoops. There we go.
Got it. Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty dope, man. I really enjoy
Wow.
these. I gotta
What
flip
the heck?
through the second one to see if I actually did finish this one.
Yeah.
Because I know this one, the main villain was Bane.
Huh.
The
'Cause it
second
always
one.
fascinates me how these team ups, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I would never think Ninja Turtles and Batman.
Yeah, the
That's
artwork is
awesome.
pretty great too.
Yeah, no, I see it. Wow. Look at who's that? Don at the very
Yeah, that's
bottom?
Donnie. Yep.
Oh man, that looks great.
Yeah. And he's got Damien over there too.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a lot of
Damian.
fun.
Wow.
Yeah, Batman fought Shredder a couple times and it went down. Like and I was like, yo, yeah, of course. Of course, both of those two would have a really good fight.
Right. Do you happen to have Ronin or the last Ronin?
I have a few of them. It's around here somewhere.
Because that story, I also want to read that too. Because that just sounds so sad. It's but I want to know what happens or how it
The
happens.
last episode. Well, they definitely don't fit in the bag and board, so they're not in this. They're not in this pile. They're around here somewhere. Oh, that's right. These are like my favorite comic book covers. Because I was looking to like hang them up, like as like art on some of my walls, but I just never like got around to doing it. Extremity is a comic I absolutely love. It's one of my favorite comics, and it's from Image. There's that one. This one is Daredevil. This is when Charles Soule was writing it, and yeah, this guy, I forget the name of his character. Oh, the Muse. He would string up human beings as art after shredding their bodies. But yeah, that's terrifying. However, it was a really good villain. It was a really good run. Yeah, there was a comic I was reading a while ago called Murder Falcon, which was really good.
So I'm glad you're holding that up because Image Comics,
yeah,
they do great work. I read this one comic. It was oh Lord, I forgot the name. Oh man, I'm so mad I forgot the name. But it was basically like biblical. It only lasted like 4 issues and never came out with any new ones.
Yeah.
And I was kind of hurt because I was like, it was a very interesting story. So what it is that it follows Cain. And you know how the Bible says that Cain was cursed. Well, what's interesting is you would in your mind think that being cursed, you know, you're marked with something or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But in his case, he had no markings. Like he would get hurt, like sliced or whatever, and it would heal up. Like he had no cuts, no scrapes. And the thing was, back in those days, like before Noah and all that, when the world was evil and stuff, like they said that even babies had scars. So the fact that this one man's walking around with no scars on his body, everyone's looking at him, pointing at, you know what I mean? I was like, that was
that's wild.
That was a great take.
But that's what I
And-
love
and-
about Image Comics, though, is that they're able to just make whatever they want without having to be worried about continuity and all this other
Right.
stuff.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's what makes them a lot of fun.
Very
Yeah.
interesting.
The who was this? The Jeff Lemire run on Moon Knight is what got me excited for the show.
yes, yes. So I actually have issue number 1 of that.
Yeah,
Yep.
like like he's pulling his face up over his mask.
Mhm.
Like I love like comic book like cover art. Like it's
Yeah, the art's great.
fantastic.
So
Yeah.
I think even number 1 was him in a straitjacket.
Yeah.
You know? And
Yeah.
it's like, oh man.
Yeah, even like this, like look, that's freaking
Yeah.
gorgeous.
Oh, Moon Girl.
Yeah. Try to see-
I was trying to
yeah.
get my kids to watch the what is it, Disney Plus? They have a show now.
I've been wanting to watch that, and I just
Mm.
never got around to it. I'm just holding up like
Pretty cool.
comic
It's
book
pretty
art at this
cool,
point.
you know.
Yeah.
Well, I've spent all that time looking,
Oh, we
trying to
got-
find my.
We got Jonah in the chat. Hey Jonah.
Oh,
Nice. Yeah, I was trying to find my signed copy of Last Ronin, and I can't find it for some reason.
oh
you
no.
have one. Oh, you have it.
So,
You know,
thanks to local House of L in there, I found 2 of my copies of the first issue, different prints.
nice.
But
Oh, so you have variant cover?
Oh, dope.
yeah. But I'm having trouble finding my signed.
Oh, you have a signed one.
Yeah, and
And
I'm
you lost
not
it.
sure where I put
Oh
it.
no.
That's what I was trying to find and show. Oh well.
Oh,
This is
man.
like the perfect example of hold on, let me see if I
What?
can-
They had Shuri comic?
Yeah. They had a couple, but this was written by Andy Okafor.
Okay.
This was dope, but it's a perfect example of an awesome cover and a bad comic. And also it's not and it's, actually the comic wasn't bad. Sorry for the loudness. The comic wasn't bad. It was just one of those things where I was getting used to. So now that it's out of the plastic, it's probably much easier to see.
Nice.
So
The
check
cover-
out this
that art is
amazing cover art, right?
Yeah.
But then when you open it up, it got this like really,
Yeah, I noticed they do that sometimes.
look at her. She looks
So it's like the person who's doing the cover
Super
art is
boxy.
completely different from the person doing it inside.
right. Yeah.
You know?
And like that's why I like I don't know if you've ever heard of Daniel Warren Johnson.
No.
He did a recent run on Beta Ray Bill, which was really good. But
Interesting.
with his comics, he does his cover art. This is one of his comics. He does a cover art, and he also does the internal art, the inking and all that good stuff. So this is like Extremity.
Nice.
She's very bloody. I'm sorry for
Yeah.
the gore. But then if you open a comic, let's see. Let's get to a good page here. He's also doing the art that's
I
inside.
see. Yep.
You
Yep.
know? And it looks great. And yeah,
Yep.
she's killing and torturing a man. It's Image Comics, so you can kind of
Image
expect
great.
that sometime. Yeah. so yeah.
Guys, I hate to interrupt the comic book stuff here real quick. I want to get back to that, but I do want to hit
Yeah.
this box office because I see some people going to
Yeah,
bed
of course.
already, and I hadn't hit this before they went to bed. So
Oh no
Yeah,
problem at
go
all.
ahead and
Yeah.
go
You
ahead
got
and
it,
switch
Deej.
over to this. I'm going to try. If this don't completely mess me up again, I'm going to try to screen share this. Are we working? Is it working?
Yep, it's
Yep,
working.
I see everything.
All right.
Perfect.
All right. So maybe this will work. Right, I've got the domestic, and I want to go to Worlds in here in a minute. But domestic number 1 this week, of course, Taylor Swift, and it's actually coming in a little higher than what I saw a little while ago. I thought I saw
96
90
million?
I thought I saw 93 earlier, but 96 is right where Joker was in October, because it was what I was reading a while ago was that it was second to Joker for opening in October domestically. Now it's right there with it, so we'll have to wait till in the morning to get the final numbers to see where
Yeah.
it's at. But that's pretty nuts.
96 million is fantastic.
Wait, that's the first week?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's opening weekend. $96 million
Those
for
are
this Taylor Swift
Barbieheimer
story.
numbers.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Good
Yeah.
that's,
Lord.
that's huge.
And not
and
not
then
to mention, I don't see a distributor listed. I wonder if she distributed it herself.
well, she is the
She's
one
trying
that
to get
come on
all
and
the
said, "You
money.
guys made me do it. We're going to open on Thursday instead of just Friday."
Mm.
The other day, so that made me think that she's in charge of something with it.
That sounds good, but quite literally every movie opens on Thursday now.
Hers didn't have any showtimes for Thursday though until the other day. Like none of the theaters had any showtimes until then. Like when you went to
Gotcha.
pre-order on all her pre-order tickets, there wasn't any Thursdays available,
Got it.
and then they decided to do that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was a weird way they opened this movie to me, but I mean, I keep calling it a movie. I guess it's considered a movie. I mean, I don't.
You know,
I would say
it
so.
was
There-
filmed.
There's some there are
Yeah.
concert films. I would consider those movies, especially if it's not just the concert, but it's like everything leading
Yeah,
up to the concert.
Usually these
and
have
all
got
this
some
stuff.
like background stuff and the tour
Yeah.
bus and some of the things like that on them. Yeah.
It's like if you like Kevin Hart puts like out a comedy special in theaters. It's
Yep.
called it's considered a concert film, so it is considered a movie.
Yeah. Yeah. Number 2, we've got one that opened, was it last week? The Exorcist Believer.
Mhm.
Fell down 58%, so it made another 11 million.
Okay.
Not bad considering what its budget was. Paw Patrol's
Yeah.
still up there in the top 3. It went from 2 to
Paw
3 this
Patrol's
week.
raking in that money. Yeah.
Another
Paw Patrol,
7
they're
million for it.
unstoppable. That's crazy.
Mhm.
Yeah. Saw X number 4. Everything just dropped down one place just about.
Yeah.
Creator 5, but Creator is still 32 million domestically. I'm curious here in a minute. I'm going to switch over to the worlds and we'll see where it's at worldwide. But
Mhm.
Yeah. That's
Haunting in
not
Venice,
good domestically.
Haunting in Venice still up there right now. The Blind, it took a little bit of a drop, but only 36%. Is that right? Okay. To make another 2 million for a movie that's, I mean, I was surprised by it last week. So
Mm.
just because of what it is and that kind of thing, that it had made a top 5 last week.
Right.
Mhm.
And it didn't have just a ton of theaters that it was in either. I mean,
Mhm.
even this week, only 1,165 to get to that 2 million. So like a third of what a lot of these bigger ones have.
Mm.
2 at 8, Equalizer 3 at 9, and Dumb Money at 10 are top 10. Hocus Pocus back there still getting a little bit more money on its re-release as well.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You got any thoughts on the domestic stuff here outside of just Taylor Swift being Taylor Swift?
I mean, that's
Oh,
a
go
great
ahead.
look for Taylor. I think that now that the NFL has gotten into the Taylor games, and she's already shown that she can sell out not only concerts and albums, but movie theaters. It's a matter of time before she starts making some deals that makes her rich beyond she already is, right?
Mhm.
Because her value has elevated so much that you can't come at her with some small like deal. She's going to start
Right.
getting shares. She's going to start getting stock. She's going to start getting percentages of companies in order to partner with her. And if she hasn't been doing that already, because I'm pretty sure she has. She's been a legitimate act for maybe a decade now, if not
Mhm.
more. So she's
Yeah.
doing well for herself. It's definitely what we can say about that. But yeah, as far as her selling out the box office or like leading the box office, I got to tell you, I'm not surprised. Not surprised at all. I think that she could give, if the Marvels, Aquaman, and Taylor Swift came out on the same day, I would not be surprised based on the current state of comic book movies if she came out on top.
Yeah. I wouldn't bet against that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look and see where she's at worldwide with this. I'm curious if that extended on to internationally as well.
Mhm.
I don't see an individual tab for. Okay, I'll just have to go down and find her right there. So worldwide, she's made 128
Nice.
Okay.
this weekend so far. It looks like.
That's pretty good, man. That's really
Yeah,
good.
that's great. Heck,
What's number one?
her
on the
opening
list?
weekend.
Oh, we're going up. Oh, we're going
Her,
up. Good.
her, hang on. Her opening weekend looks like is almost to Blue Beetles numbers
Yeah.
Yep.
overall.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sad.
And that's the
I
thing.
hate
Blue
that.
Beetles numbers aren't bad.
They're not bad.
You know what I mean? Because 128 million opening weekend is
No.
fantastic.
That's this is its total.
Oh, that's
Yeah, it's been
worldwide.
since
total.
opening.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, we're at total worldwide since opening.
Sheesh.
That's what I can tell hers from this weekend because of she's only been
That's
out one weekend. But yeah,
crazy.
I like
Yeah.
so based on the list that we're looking at right now, where do you
Mm.
think she's going to end up at the end of her run?
ooh,
Million. She might make she might be able to make a Billy.
She's definitely jumping over Blue
there's
Beetle.
only 2 movies in the billion here. It looks like right now, and that's Barbie and then Mario Brothers at 2.
Yeah. I'm going to say that she jumps the Meg by the time that she's done, right?
Okay, you think she's gonna get to that 400?
Yeah, I think she's going to get the 13th spot. 400 million would probably be hard to do, but I wouldn't be super surprised. But yeah, I'm going to say that she just a safe bet is that she jumps to Meg, or jumps to Shark, if you will, and lands at the 13th spot, right below John Wick, which is more than respectable. It's
Okay.
fantastic, especially if she's putting the bulk of that money in her pocket.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. You
so
can't. I don't know what the budget for something like that would have been.
yeah, essentially you just got to hire a good editor.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
the concert is done, right? So, and a distributor and someone's, to reformat things and so on and so forth, and to kind of like tell a story with the concerts that she's made. So there's writers and there's all kinds of things like that. So you do have to pay those people. So it's not just an editor,
Yeah.
but I would assume it costs less than a regular movie would to
Yeah.
make that into a movie.
I know our friend Cece went and watched this weekend, and
I want to
Yeah,
watch
maybe-
her review of that.
and talked about it a little bit. And yeah, she talked like she actually really enjoyed that concert and the concert movie here for this. So I'm kind of curious about it, honestly. I don't know that I want to go to theaters to see this, but I mean, I don't know. It's cheaper than a concert ticket.
You know why it could make $1 billion? Think about this for a second. I'm not even sure. Let me look. I'm gonna look up how much Taylor Swift tickets are, right? To her concert, right? And then compare that to a $5 to $10 to $15 movie ticket,
Mhm.
right? And the travel and the standing in line and all the other things that you have to do to go to a concert, right? And you get to the stadium and you buy stadium food, which is always super expensive, right? And you want to
Yep.
compare that to saying, hey, I'm on Tuesday during the matinee, I'm going to go see the Taylor Swift movie, right? And or on the weekend. When you consider that not a lot of people could probably afford a Taylor Swift ticket, I'm going to look up how much it costs in a second. And you consider how much a movie ticket costs, it's like, well, all those people who can't afford the ticket to the concert very well may be able to afford a ticket to the movie, which is just going to funnel a bunch of people into those theater seats who may never be able to go to a concert or who missed the
Yep.
concert, right?
Yep.
House of L says, oh, I'm sorry.
Nope. Yeah, no, you're good. Yeah, I just brought that up a second ago too. So it costs $15 million to make.
That's not bad. So it cost her $15 million to make, and she made 120 in the first weekend. That
Right.
girl is rich. That girl is rich.
128 worldwide. I mean, it was 96 domestic it showed, but
Yeah, but
Yeah.
still, that's more than what, triple? That's more than
Yeah.
triple, quadruple of what she put out to make it.
yeah. So you're saying you would give? I'm going to say 600. I'm going to give it to 600. That's what I'm predicting.
You're
On
gonna-
this. I'm
it's
going to put her in
gonna
the second
jump
spot.
Little Mermaid?
Yeah, that's where I'm going to put her. That's going to be my prediction on that. I think she's going to get to that number because this just seems like another Barbieheimer phenomenon going on right now with this. So
Mhm.
and she's everywhere. I mean, I don't know if the showing up at football games and stuff is helping with people going to this movie or what.
I think so. All that exposure helps. So I'm looking at
Hanging out with Ryan Reynolds.
billboard.com, and billboard.com says tickets are mostly sold out, but you should be able to find a few passes online via Ticketmaster and resale tickets on sites such as Vivid Seats, SeatGeek, blah, 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 blah. Prices range approximately $687 and up on prices range from $687 and up on SeatGeek, Vivid Seats, and StubHub, although most prices fall in the $1,000 range. So $15 to go to the your local theater, or somewhere between 600
I mean,
and the
it is a
grand.
different experience, but
Parents are like, "Excuse me, why am I sending you to this concert?"
Yeah.
Go down to the local theater, catch the bus, walk, jet ski, whatever you got to do. Get to the local theater and pay your little $20. I'm not paying $687 for this. You do that when you're an adult, when you don't have bills to pay. So that's why I think you're exactly right. It's probably going to jump up to that Little Mermaid, above Little Mermaid. I would not be surprised at it making a billion because of that. Because there's going to be repeat viewers.
Oh yeah. I'm sure. Now I tell you, looking over these numbers here, I'm surprised at how few movies have made it to even the 500 this year.
Yeah, it's kind of wild.
I know people think of a movie as a failure if they don't get to a certain number, but this just shows you how hard it is to have a successful movie. Especially right now. People are picking and choosing, it seems like, what they're going to see.
Absolutely. I mean, when you think about that and think about also the fact that most people only consider domestic. If you just look at domestic, it's even worse. But so it's been I want to say it's been a tough year for movies, but it really depends on the expectation of each individual movie. You know, I feel like the Trench is probably pretty happy with the turnout that they had.
Right.
Of $395 million.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I think Indiana Jones is pissed.
Yeah, they're mad. They're big mad right now.
Yes, it's definitely back for Barbie's absolutely happy. I mean, I don't think they expected to get almost 1.5 billion
right
at all. I guess. But these top 10, there's only 3 superhero movies in this top 10 looking at it.
Yep. But that's the other thing. Not a lot of superhero movies came out this year.
That's true. That's true.
I'm
just thinking like years past. Well, I mean,
yeah.
Stuff like, I mean, Transformers at 400, that's probably about what I expected that to be. But The Flash for a superhero movie, Shazam down here, Blue Beetle. Well, the DC movies.
All the ones. Yeah.
Ninja Turtles made more than Shazam.
Yeah. It did. Yeah, I saw Blue Beetle officially ended its box office run, and it's now the lowest grossing
Marvel?
DC movie.
Blue Beetle.
DCEU movie considered to have come out. And what did we say that finished at? 128, 673. So just barely above Taylor's opening weekend numbers is what it finished at worldwide.
Consider this, though. When you look at the domestic number, it finished at $71 million.
Yeah.
That is insane for a superhero movie. Especially in this, I'm picking my beard with a toothpick. But that is insane for a superhero movie. And The Flash ended at $108 million domestically. That is insane.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure it costs more than that.
Oh yeah. And just filming alone, because if you add on marketing, there's no way they're getting that back.
Yeah.
There was a lot of losses in some of those this year.
And so with that being said, right, I know there was a big debate about the Batgirl movie being canceled and shut out. When you look at the amount of losses that they took on Flash and Blue Beetle and Shazam, and I don't think I'm not sure if they took losses on Black Adam, but I know that it didn't make what they wanted it to make.
Yeah.
Batgirl, I don't know if I blame them for canceling that thing, man, and taking that tax benefit, because when you really think about it, they could have distributed that and, like you said, Jason, paid for marketing, and it could have been a disaster.
For sure.
And I'm not saying whether or not the movie was good or not. I'm saying there's good movies that have come out from DC this year that have not made what they're supposed to make. So a movie that people like the Marvels is tracking to not make nearly as much as I'm sure Marvel would want it to make, right?
Right.
When you think about that, and then you think about
50,
Batgirl.
50 75 is the last numbers I saw. Somewhere between 50 and 75 opening weekend domestic.
Batgirl wasn't making anything close to that.
Yeah.
No.
So yeah, it might have felt bad for those artists and stuff like that. Business wise,
yeah,
I don't know if I can blame them.
I've been with them on that decision since the start on that.
Yeah, and it could be great or it could be terrible. Either way, it's just not smart business.
Yeah. Yep. Well, you got any more thoughts on the box office stuff?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let me.
Guardians of the Galaxy, highest grossing superhero movie.
It is so far this year. It probably will finish this year that way too.
More than likely.
Isn't Aquaman coming?
It is
December something.
Yeah, toward the end of
That's
December.
gonna have a shot because this is like the last DCEU movie. Aquaman was popular, you know.
I think for that reason is exactly why it's not going to make that kind of money.
Yeah, I know you guys like the trailer, but I didn't even like the trailer for it. So
I liked the trailer. I thought it looked fun.
Good. Yeah, it looked entertaining.
Well, I think like the thing is, okay, am I going to be invested in something I know is ending?
Yeah,
right.
Because,
right.
Yeah. Let's say
that
they
those
said
reports about Lobo and all that kind of stuff, and I'm just like, I mean, how many people are going to want to? Yeah. It's weird there would even be leaks about that now. I mean,
yeah, that's not like a smart thing to do, for several reasons. But think about like, let's say that they said Endgame is the last MCU movie, and then we're going to go try and do something else and redirect our entire universe, right? That movie would have made more money than it already did make, right? Because it's like, oh yeah, this is the last hurrah. I think it's going to be the exact opposite for Aquaman.
Yeah. I think that works better if you know you're ending with a culmination event. Whereas Aquaman, you're back to a solo hero, you know,
right?
That's not going to expand anymore after this. So,
yeah. And it's a weird way to end. I wonder if they added something right at the end of the movie to kind of mark the fact that the DCEU, and I'm not talking about even like story wise, like maybe a celebration of what the DCEU was over the past decade or so. Just so you know, pay a homage to those people, but
I mean,
or maybe not. Nice. Maybe it just ends. Yeah. I would hate for it to just end. I would love to see like a paid tribute to all the people who were involved, even though it wasn't as successful as people would have liked, including myself. I think it would be nice for them to end it in such a way where, you know, it's a little bit more celebratory than funeral. You know what I mean?
I agree. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and go back to the comics because we've actually got quite a few now we need to get through. So
nice.
This was during looking at the comics y'all were looking at here a little while ago while I was trying to fix my camera stuff. I got 1978 season 2 New York's City Comic Big Time Collectible Foil Exclusive and Action Comics. Boy, that was a mouthful. Wheeljack and a couple other.
Nice. I would love to see that.
Went online. I didn't go in real life. Well, I mean, it's.
You went to Comic-Con online? Makes sense.
Yeah. In real life. That's a weird way to say that to me because I'm like, well, I mean, online's still real life. I think
my best friend one of my best friends who I told you I was in their wedding. They met online. They met on via the Facebook.
Interesting.
So, online can be pretty real.
Yeah.
They got married in person though, and now live in
Well,
prison.
that's good. At least they didn't do that over Zoom or something. Yeah.
Right.
DC announced that Elseworld is starting up again. I assume he's talking the comic series.
Oh, that's good.
Mhm.
That's good. I like that they do Elseworld.
They repainted TMNT 1.
Dope.
Last
Last Ronin
Ronin
is
is
awesome.
I agree.
I have not read the final issue, so I need to get on that.
They just
Really?
did a prequel to Last Ronin. I didn't know that.
Man, I don't know if I want to read a prequel to Last Ronin. That story is sad as hell. So that
It
prequel
is.
is probably going to be sad as hell.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
brutal. I'm
Yep.
ooh. Mama Minutes,
Yeah.
I'm lost and it's my bedtime. LOL. Not. I think she comes back, but
Mhm.
at that point she was saying goodnight because we were talking about comic books and she was just out.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Lost.
Didn't mean to nerd out.
Cosmic Broadcast, what's up, Jonah? Gentlemen, good to see y'all. Won't
Hey,
do this so
what's
long,
up,
but just
Jonah?
wanted to say hi. Well, I'm glad you were able to stop in and say hi. Let's see. They think Phantom Stranger is Cain from the Bible.
Oh,
Phantom
yeah, I think he was
Stranger.
mentioning the comic I was reading.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Okay.
Nice.
Still don't have the name.
Sure, he wasn't
Really good.
bad. That's a $20 book. They went down.
Yeah, it wasn't terrible. It just kind of felt uninspired at some points. And honestly, I was really because the cover I showed was the number one. So when I saw that, I was like, man, this cover looks amazing. Can't wait to read this. And then I opened it, and the art was just not great. And then the story was kind of flat. So I was like, it was definitely one of those things where you don't judge a book by its cover, but in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I wish it was better.
Taylor Swift is rumored to be in Deadpool 2. I saw some of those reports too.
Yeah.
Who do y'all
Yeah.
think she's going to play if she does?
Oh God. I hope
It's
he's not in it.
Dazzler.
You think it's going to be Dazzler?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what people are guessing.
I've seen some
she
online
can
for
sing and so
Dazzler
on and
and
so
for
forth.
Lady Deadpool. I've seen talk for both of
So
those.
I don't
You
see Lady
know,
Deadpool because I just don't see her doing that with her image.
yeah, I mean, I have a feeling that Deadpool's going to be like going across the multiverse. So
Yeah.
we're going to see multiple Wolverines.
Mhm.
You might be right. I think that might be the case, like multiple Deadpools, and she can totally be one,
Yeah.
I wouldn't
we
be
don't know how
against it.
I mean, we don't know how the contracts work. She probably put in there like, don't show me killing anyone, or you know what I mean? Make sure it's
Well, if
off
she wants to be
screen.
Deadpool and doesn't want to kill anyone, I don't know what she thinks she's signing up for.
Money.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. Dazzler makes
That's
the most
Only up for money. She's like,
Dazzler does make the most sense, but I wouldn't mind seeing her do the Deadpool thing if it was that.
Mhm. Yeah, it could be a cool break in her character, or
Yeah.
like exploration of the character.
yep.
Yeah, Blue
Blue
Beetle was good.
I enjoyed Blue Beetle. I mean, I wouldn't have bought a Blue Beetle figure up here if I didn't like the movie.
Yep.
Yeah,
yes.
I thoroughly enjoyed Blue Beetle.
Yeah. I was heavily surprised. I had low expectations, but it was a great
Yeah.
film.
Yeah.
I loved it.
I had a lot of fun with it. Not a perfect film, but
Not perfect, no, by any standard,
Mhm.
but
Yeah,
entertaining.
most films aren't.
yeah, I agree. There will be a lot to watch it more than once for sure. The Taylor Swift thing, yeah, probably so.
Absolutely.
Especially if it's
Without a
good.
doubt.
If people are enjoying it, yeah, people will go back to see it again and bring
Yep.
other people.
Because those concert tickets are $600 and some odd dollars.
Yeah.
The movie ticket is $15.
Tell our movies. What's up, Dale? Thanks for joining the
Hey,
stream.
what's up, Dale?
Hey, Dell.
So that's where he said 15 million to make.
Mm-hmm.
House Elf said, well, 150 million, she gets half of that because the theaters get their half opening. Theaters don't actually get a half, from what I understand. Isn't it closer to like a third? What the theaters bring
Something
in?
like that. Yeah, they don't.
I know
I'm
there
not
was
sure.
some discussion about it at CinemaCon about theaters wanting to get more of that box office money for themselves. But I think that's why their popcorn prices and stuff are up so high, is because that's where
Oh,
most
yeah.
of their money comes from. Because I think like somewhere around 2/3 of what they bring in for the tickets are actually going to the studios.
Right. Because the whole ordeal was you bring the show and I'll bring the food and
Yeah.
I'll sell the food
Right.
at an exorbitantly high amount.
Yeah.
And because you're stuck here and you're not going to leave.
Yeah,
Um,
right.
yeah.
Well,
That's
now,
why
I don't know.
stadium food costs so much money because you can't
Yeah.
leave the stadium and you're going to be here for 3 to 4 hours.
Right.
Yeah, now, I don't know if it's always been those numbers with the theaters and what they take of the cut, but and I know House of L used to work at a theater for a couple years, but I from what I've heard recently from people talking is it's about a third of what they take.
Gotcha. But that's exactly why I put a double cheeseburger at Maxwell's in my backpack when I walk into the theater. So,
Uh,
yeah.
I do support my theater, and I do buy popcorn and a soda there usually.
Mhm. My
Anything
dad
more
was
than
a
that,
genius with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Back when they used to check your bags, he used to pop 2 bags of popcorn. One he know that he would get caught with, and the second one he would hide even further down the bag that they knew that they wouldn't check for because they thought that they already caught him. Yeah. Good habits
Yeah,
my
I
dad
mean,
taught me.
My mother, she used to bring the big bag. Yeah.
Mhm.
And they never used to check. I don't know if
Yeah.
this is
my
a
theater
Jersey
doesn't
thing
check.
or not, but
Yeah.
we were having
We'll bring
some
in a couple
Ziploc popcorn.
It's
It's weird.
Ziploc popcorn, you know?
It's weird to me when they so I have AMC A-list and sometimes they make me like show my ID and I'm like,
Mm.
I show my ID, I don't give them any trouble because they're just there to do a job. So like
Yeah.
the way that you treat service workers tells me a lot about you. So I'm never going to treat them terribly. But however, I'm like, really? You think someone's just sneaking into? And if they do, the ticket was paid for, right?
Yeah.
So why does it matter who comes in to see the movie? But yeah, I guess it's like the Netflix sharing passwords thing. They want you to
Well,
get your own account. So
for them to do that, I
Yeah.
wonder how many times they've had issues with somebody coming in on somebody else's, and then that person comes back and like, no, I haven't been in yet. And I mean, I don't know, but
that would be impossible. Well, not impossible to do, but it'll be hard to do because you got to show it on your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, maybe somebody can
like-
sign into your account, of course.
Yeah.
With the email and password, but that'd be pretty difficult to do.
all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, my theater, I've carried in just candy, like boxes of candy with me into the theater without even hiding it and just walk straight in and they ain't say a word. So
Mhm.
they don't make a big deal about it where mine is.
Yeah.
But it's also not a big chain theater either. So
Right.
House of L, I sent you pics of what I ordered from New York Comic Con. Did you?
Nice.
Oh yeah, it's on Facebook Messenger. Huh. Cool. Yeah, I'm looking at them now. I don't know how to share that, so I'm not gonna. I'll take a look at them here in a little bit, and I'll message you back. Look at Blue Beetle. It was going to be an HBO Max release, and they released it in theaters and made 128 million. So that's success because on HBO Max now and making money there. Well,
I don't know if it was a success only because of the amount of money that it cost versus the amount of money that it earned, and then the amount of money that they paid to market it.
yeah, that's what I was going to say. The marketing part on that to put it in theaters cost.
Yeah.
I bet it costed close to that 100 million, at least 50. I'd say you could probably find that out. And if they put very much into marketing, then that's going to hurt that box office if that's all they got overall on all of it.
Yeah, the Blue Beetle budget was $104 million. And
Okay.
it made how much? It made 120?
128.
That's not what they're looking for. They didn't spend 100. They
That's
didn't
without
borrow.
marketing.
Yeah, they didn't borrow $104 million to make 28.
And
That's what
honestly,
I'm sure.
just because it's on HBO, I don't know that means it's making money because unless people are signing up for new subscriptions to go watch Blue Beetle on HBO, then they're not actually making any money on HBO off of it.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if somebody's on an ad tier version, I don't know what the
Yeah.
numbers are for those. They could be making money off ads from people watching it on there, but
Mm-hmm.
I
That's
I
also
doubt
why
it's-
the streaming services keep raising prices because there's only so many human beings on this planet. So once everybody signed up, there's only but so many more people to sign up. Maybe
Yeah.
everybody who turns 18 the next year, but if
Yeah.
if they are on their mom or dad's plan, they're going to continue to be on that plan until their mom and dad kicks them off for some reason. I don't even think I would kick my kid off. Like, for what? Why would I tell you to get your own? Yeah, so that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's like unless unless they're making money from people subscribing to it, I just don't see that it being and talk about that Batgirl, that if they had just thrown it onto the service, if they didn't get new subscribers and new money coming in for it, then they're
Mhm.
paying licensing fees to have that on their service and stuff. Whatever they got to pay, however that works with numbers. I don't know who they're paying for what, but
It definitely would
I
have drawn
imagine-
interest. I definitely would have watched it, but I
Yeah.
just don't think it would have made any money for them.
yeah,
No
I
real
don't think so
money.
either. All right. Dell on movies says, I haven't seen Blue Beetle yet, but of the other DCU movies this year, only Shazam was any good, justifying low box office numbers.
I like Shazam. I also
I
like
think
the Flash,
Shazam
too.
2 was my least favorite of the DCEU movies this year, though.
Yeah.
Of this year, I would say it was my least favorite, but I also feel
Yeah.
like it doesn't mean that it was bad. Like, I enjoyed it, although it was my least favorite one.
Yeah, I had fun with in the theaters when I went to see it, but
Yeah,
I've not rewatched it.
I probably
rewatched-
watch it.
I've rewatched Flash and and I plan to rewatch Blue Beetle. I don't know that I'll rewatch Shazam 2 again.
Yeah,
So I don't know what that says, but
yeah. So rewatchability is hard these days because there's so much darn content.
yeah.
You
That's
got to really pick and choose what you're going to use, what you're going to do for your next hour and a half.
Mom in it says yes. Baby, stay awake and come back. Yeah, I did message her after she said she was gone. I said, we hadn't even got to the box office numbers yet. And she came back.
Nice.
It's funny.
Mama Menace always supports.
Awesome.
Whoa, what in the world?
That's hilarious.
Oh, okay. Jason, I didn't know. See you yawn. Is it past your bedtime? Okay. Did one of y'all
Then
pop
I-
this one in?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
And then I
Okay.
went to
Okay.
both.
Just
I was
making
like,
sure that was
what?
making sure that I've had some issues this past week with people pretending to be me. So I was just making sure that wasn't
that would have been
one of those.
crazy.
Yeah.
That would have been crazy. We were just talking about that actually. Wow.
Yeah, Ken had to go in and ban some people for me.
That's the first time I banned somebody on the. Well, no, that's not true. The first time I banned somebody on a live stream. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I banned
Well,
some
it's like the
commenters
second
in the
time they done it.
past.
They had my logo and they had my name, but they had like capitalization was different on it.
That's
the
Is
crazy.
what they were doing, and they were like,
That's
subscribe to the
wild.
channel, and I said, I didn't say that.
Yeah.
It's weird stuff. House L says no, it's close to half an opening, goes down as it goes on, depending on how much money it makes. Yeah, that's not what they were saying at CinemaCon this past year from things I was reading from what the movie studios were asking for because they wanted more. I could be wrong on that, but House of L, but it would have made nothing on HBO Max. Well, yeah. I guess he's talking about Blue Beetle and that. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm glad they put it in theaters just because I wanted to see it in theaters.
Yeah, for
But,
sure.
Yeah,
I'm happy they put it in theaters too. But,
I think if
much bigger
they
risk.
didn't think it was good enough for theaters, I wonder if it would have got released at all. Because I mean, yeah, it wouldn't have made much on HBO Max probably. So it wouldn't have done much for them.
I could be crazy, but I don't think that they could cancel Blue Beetle only because
Okay.
I know Batgirl was led by a person of color too.
Okay.
However, we have our first Hispanic hero. Yeah, we're canceling it. We're scrapping it. We're throwing it away. It's done, but we're not going to put it out. Excuse me?
Yeah, that's
Yeah, you don't want those problems.
Yeah.
and
It's
it was a
PR
decent movie.
PR
I mean,
nightmare.
it probably
it's a
helped.
good movie.
It helped for them because they thought maybe I'm sure they're looking at it and saying, hey, that's pretty good. It'll get good word of mouth. Maybe more people come see it.
Mhm.
If they looked at Batgirl and said, this ain't good and the same thing, then it probably would have deterred them on that one. So,
Mhm.
House of L, yes, it does make money on their HBO Max pay WB for rental, just like Netflix does for it. Okay.
I don't know if they do because they made it.
Yeah, I would say most of the money they're paying out is to the people who were behind the movie, right? I assume there's some type of
Right.
royalty fees or some type of
Yeah.
something with that.
Yeah, I don't know if you charge yourself in that way.
Yeah, I don't know how that works. If it was another studio, but since it is, because Max owns Warner Brothers, I mean they're the same company, so
Mm-hmm.
or Discovery owns Warner Brothers and Discovery runs Max. So, all right, Deadline Movies. I feel like the studios are making up marketing numbers to help claim lower revenues. There aren't nearly as many radio, TV spots, newspaper ads these days, and it can't cost much to cut a trailer for YouTube. Oh, I'll bet you it does cost a lot to cut a trailer.
Yeah, you got to hire a trailer making organization. Most, if not all, movie theaters hire outsource for people to make their trailers because it's a completely different medium, right? Similar to the
Yeah.
way making a YouTube video is very different from the way that you would make a short, even from the same video. It's very different.
Mm-hmm. And I keep seeing things like this. People saying, "Oh, they're making up numbers for stuff." Now, I don't know on marketing how easy it would be to make up numbers, but I've also seen people try to claim that they're making up box office numbers, and that's really impossible for a studio to do since they're not the ones that report the box
Make
office
them-
numbers.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
that's also an independent source. And
Yeah.
yeah, and if you can make it to box office numbers for one thing, wouldn't you make it up for everything and say everything
Yeah.
was successful?
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Instead
Yep.
of
Or
letting it
it-
look like
or-
it's bad on-
Yeah, I mean, if they were smart, they wouldn't do that. They'd be like, "Oh yeah, this one bombed, but who cares? It's this person's film." You know what I mean? They could
Yeah.
lie like
Yeah.
that and say, "Yeah." They could
Yeah,
make what they
that-
want successful be successful.
Yeah.
Yeah, that mindset just never made sense to me. But now, on the making up numbers for marketing, I'm not sure how that would benefit them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
It wouldn't.
he's saying to claim lower revenues, but that I don't know why that would how that would benefit a studio.
Yeah. Well,
Maybe
to
taxes.
claim lower revenues means that when you go to, like you said, Jason, you're a tax person, or you go to like say, "Hey, I want to write this off. It didn't make as nearly as much money as I thought. We're going to take a loss on this. You'll have to pay less taxes or whatever on it."
Right.
Yeah,
Which is the whole reason why Batgirl got canceled. Is that yeah, we're taking a major loss on this. Blah 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 blah.
Right.
We
Yeah,
put all
that
this
makes
money into
sense.
production. So and
We
so.
could write it off.
Mm-hmm.
House of L. No, Gunn wants Blue Beetle in his line. That's why they released it. Well, maybe so. I don't think they would just release it just for that reason, though.
Yeah, I think Gunn definitely wants Blue Beetle in. Well,
But they could
Yeah.
have just as well canceled it and said, "Hey, we liked you as the actor. We're going to bring you back for the DCU in the
Right.
future and play the same character." I mean,
mm-hmm.
Della Movies, they may hire someone to make a trailer, but 50 plus million question mark? Yeah.
Well, $50+ million is to distribute it to all of the channels, right? So a Super
Right.
Bowl ad
It's not just
can
the cost of
cost
making it.
a couple $1 million per second, like literally
Right.
$30 million for a 30-second ad. Like that's how much Super Bowl ads cost.
Just putting on regular
yeah.
football games and that commercial slot is expensive. I mean,
Yeah, because you're paying the NFL and you're paying those channels to distribute to distribute the advertisement for your movie. And I hear what you're saying about radio, right? But consider the fact that if they're not doing as much on radio, that means that they're doing all of it on television. So if I'm a television station and I know that I'm your only source of distribution, that price is going up. Like,
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah.
House of L says
And there's a
Disney.
bunch of channels from across the country
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And they're marketing outside of the country too. I
and
mean, they're looking at-
internationally. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
House of L, Disney does the same thing with their movies. That's how they make money on paper, is renting in to Disney Plus and ABC Network all do it. Yeah. If they own the property, though, they're not renting it to themselves.
Right. That's all we're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not renting. Yeah. You're not renting it to yourself. And the only way it would cost you money is by what the whole actor strike is about, which is, hey, as long as this thing is on the streaming service, you guys need to pay out dividends to the people who made it, right?
Right.
Those are the people that you have to pay, but you don't have to pay yourself a distribution cost for something that you made yourself.
No.
Or
Now,
rental
like
cost.
HBO getting, stuff like Friends that doesn't actually belong to them and stuff and putting that out, they pay a fee to have that channel on there. They pay so many million to have that
Mhm.
TV show on their service, things like that. And that kind of stuff happens. Hulu, a lot of them, they'll pay to have those license fees to have those shows on their channel. But
Right.
a lot of these, like Disney and Max, if it's something that they made themselves and they own, then they're not paying that
Right.
distribution fee for that.
The only thing they're paying is a storage fee for whatever
Yeah.
company that they're using to, or unless they built the website from scratch themselves, which is totally possible.
Maybe. Yeah. I'm not in those studios and seeing that. So I'm
And
not,
likely. Yeah.
not up to knowing what all they're doing. Hey, that's we're caught up with the comments.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else we need to add tonight, you guys think? I think I've covered all my topics I had for the night.
No. Sorry.
Yeah.
Nothing
No,
on my
I
mind.
think we're good. Yeah, that's Beta Ray Bill,
Oh, there we go.
Danny Warren
Nice.
Johnson.
Nice.
It's freaking incredible. Yeah.
That's I think we got the most viewers right now we've had all night, and we're fixing to sign off.
Yeah.
Catch us on the next one.
Oh, Zach.
Sideways. Hey, thanks, Zach. Appreciate you, man. Congratulations to you on 700, man. The 700 club.
Oh,
Other
no,
Zach.
that's back in the line.
Oh, my bad. Congratulations to you, Zach, on over $1,000, over 1,000, over 1,000 club. But no, seriously, thank you, man. Really appreciate it. How's
Yeah,
it
we're-
out? Superman. What's
Yeah, we're
up?
real happy about these guys hitting these numbers, and really excited for you to get to 500. Now we just got to get those watch hours up, and that
Yep.
way I can start super chatting you.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
Oh, you don't have to do that, dude. But yeah, man. Yeah, I got to get the watch hours up. I'm working on State of the Franchise DCU, which is sort of what we talked about tonight, and I'm also working on acting, which Jason, I've been telling you, I've been working on acting for like a month now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No rush, man. No rush.
Mm.
Got to record it.
Yeah.
Well,
Yep.
you guys in the comments, if you're not subscribed to Jason
There you go.
or Ken,
Mm-hmm.
both of their links are in the description of this video, so make sure you go and get subscribed to them. Jason's getting real close to 200. Ken's over
Yeah.
5, and he's going to be at 1,000 by next week. So y'all go subscribe to
Oh,
these goals,
yeah.
guys,
The way he's going.
and you won't be
Yeah.
disappointed. They've got great content.
Appreciate that, man.
Everybody saying good night. Good night to you guys. You have a good week also, and thanks for joining us. We'll be back. Or I'll be back next Sunday night for Movie News Minute. Ken's got a game to watch, so he won't be back next Sunday night. But
Yeah. Oh, God.
we'll see you guys next time. I'm sure you'll see me pop up somewhere this week as well, because it seems like I'm popping up everywhere lately. So
That's good.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
that'll do it. Thanks,
That'll
guys.
do, Big. That'll do.
Bye, guys.
See you guys.